How much does it cost for a family of 3 to live in Thailand? Well, 3 months ago, we moved here to Krabi, Thailand. And today we're going to be taking you out for a day in the life to show you how much it costs us to live in paradise. You might be surprised. Now, it's important to recognize that everybody is going to be different and everyone is going to have different expenses. There's things that are a priority for us that will not be a priority for you. This is our life and how much it costs us. We're aware that some people may be happier to live in a cheaper accommodation or they want a more expensive accommodation. The same when it comes to food, we prioritize a certain kind of food. You may be able to get these things cheaper. You may be able to get them cheaper if you shop around and you go to the different market stalls and things. But this is our life. All right, first up, it is one of our daily non-negotiables here in Thailand, which is
the gym.
It's our happy place.
I can't lay on myself.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I have to go myself.
Good session so far?
I'm just doing mobility today.
I came to talk to you about price anyway. Do you
Do
remember?
I know the prices?
Yeah.
Is it 1,200?
Yeah, per month. Yeah, so monthly here is 1,200 baht, which is actually pretty reasonable, I think, for a decent gym setup. There are some cheaper gyms and there are some more expensive gyms. The new one that's just opened at the new Central Mall as well, Jets 24, which is 24-hour fitness. But that's too far for us.
Yeah.
We like it here. Now we are going to be going and doing our weekly grocery shop at Makro, as well as picking up some Christmas presents because Christmas is coming. So we're going to go to one of our favorite shops where you can basically buy anything for anything to get some Christmas presents for the family. And then when we return home, we're going to be talking about rent prices, electricity and bills, as well as giving you guys the complete tally of expenses for our month.
So typically we have a budget for our bulk shopping for the week, but obviously we run out of things from time to time, so we also do come to 7-Eleven where we shop for like random little things. Like today we're going to get some protein shakes because we're going for our food shop. So
which we don't usually do. We're only we're going to the food shop now for the purpose of this video. I'm always wondering who's coming into a 7-Eleven and buying a £60 bottle of whiskey. Like who's spending £60?
I'm sure there are.
2,600 baht on a bottle of whiskey in 7-Eleven.
Shop just cost us 500 baht and we just got a few random bits, to be honest, which is about what we spend every time we walk in a 7-Eleven, isn't it? It's between 300 and 500 baht.
Typically we found the place that is best for us to do our weekly grocery shop is Makro, and with that what it means is a lot of the branded stuff you can't get, convenient little snacks like this because everything is in bulk in Makro. So every now and then we pop into a 7-Eleven, grab a shake and get some sushi triangles.
Before we forget to mention it, Makro is one of the most affordable places to do your food shopping, and like Adam said, a lot of things come in bulk, so if you want to buy in bulk and kind of spread it out, we don't typically, we just get stuff, fresh stuff. You can shop also the markets. For us it's convenient to go in one place and try and get a few bits, but we also do sometimes buy like fruit on the stalls as well. I love these from 7-Eleven, they're my favorites.
She's obsessed with them. She survived off them in Japan.
True.
Okay, Malia, what is our favorite shop here in Krabi?
Mr. DIY.
Yeah.
This is what 200 baht Christmas trees look like.
That's not bad, that's a £5. It's okay.
Look at the state of this.
So I know it seems strange that a DIY shop would be our favorite shop, but that's because this is not just any DIY shop. Mr. DIY has everything from Christmas decorations, obviously, to toys, to obviously DIY stuff, cleaning stuff. They even have like some food and things like that as well. School stuff. If you name or think of something that you might need, you can get it here. And it's all pretty reasonably priced as well.
Decided to get a few Christmassy things that we can put around the TV area. Malia's got a friend coming over for Christmas movie, so I want to make it festive for them.
It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest, because they've got all their new Christmas stock that's in. So all of these boxes are everywhere and they just have so much stuff. And look, a lot of it is just trash, obviously, as well. So it's trying to find the little gems that are hidden in amongst all the other stuff, you know? No, you don't need to take
I think
it.
Adam found a present for himself.
Please, I want to try.
Yeah, try this one. That's so cool.
That is quite funny.
Alright, so we bought a lot more than we were anticipating on buying because Ina got festive and decided to buy a bunch of Christmas decorations for the house, even though we're leaving in a couple of weeks. Still, considering we bought these 2 giant bags full of stuff, we got presents for pretty much all of the nieces and nephews. The total came to 1,909 baht. It's about, what did you say it was roughly in
About
pounds?
47 pounds.
About 47 pounds, which in the UK, that would probably be 2 items. We got everybody's stuff. Success. Now, let's take you guys on a grocery shop before we head home, and let's talk life prices of rent, electricity,
School,
which
is a big one.
all the important stuff, and do a bit of a tally up, which might be scary because we've never done a tally up like this before. So let's see.
We've been looking for camping equipment, haven't we?
We have, although I don't know if Makro is the place.
No, we
to
wouldn't
be
buy it
honest.
from here.
But it's good. It's 1,100
Malia's
baht.
cozy.
I was just saying to her whether we can get
Hi.
you, Malia, and a baby in
And a
there.
baby.
Might need a bit more
The
space.
question is, do you want to go camping with a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Talk to me again when the baby's here.
So Ina, Malia, and Malia's friend are going to be doing a little festive baking today. So we're on the hunt for some colourful
We're trying
stuff.
to bake some Christmas cookies.
Yeah,
right?
which
There's no-
these are challenges as well that you kind of don't think of when you're moving to a new country, is getting hold of your typical ingredients that you would expect to get from a UK supermarket or probably a US supermarket. Things become a lot more challenging. They don't always have what you would expect them to have, but you find a way.
But also they're very spread out, aren't they? They're just in
Yeah.
different, you have to go hunting to different supermarkets.
For sure. So I thought we'd be able to get sprinkles. There's no sprinkles, but there is mini marshmallows, which
I
is
mean,
like a sprinkle.
that'll work on
for sure.
Christmas cookies, right?
All right, let's go. Macro shopping. We actually went a little bit light today. This today was 2,300 baht. I'd say what will probably do us for about 5 days. But we didn't buy prawns and salmon like we usually do for Ina, which typically bumps it up to just over 3,500 baht. So let's say for a weekly or a 5-day shop, 3,500 baht. So a couple of things to take into consideration when it comes to our personal shopping budget. We don't really drink alcohol, so we never ever buy alcohol for the house. We don't eat a lot of junk food and crisps and things like that. So typically when we go to the supermarket, we're just buying fresh stuff, meat for me, and then fish and seafood for Ina. Malia doesn't eat meat either. We go through a lot of eggs, actually.
Just a lot of staples, I would say.
For sure, but
Wraps,
most of our
pastas,
stuff,
potatoes.
if you go through these bags, 90% of it is fresh, and then we get some breads and wraps and things like that on top as well. We have a very simple diet.
Yeah.
By the way, we have a pickup truck. It's not the best when it comes to grocery shopping and things like that, because you don't really have a boot, and I don't want to leave the food rolling around in the back. So the car is another expense. in terms of our fuel and things like that. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. The one downside is, like, you know, when you have a nice boot to put stuff in, we don't have that. Okay, we are back at our beautiful sanctuary that we have here. Now is a good time to basically run through all the little bits. Like, today's been fun, we've been out and about, and hopefully you've had a good idea of like how it feels to live here in a day here in Thailand. But we have some important costs we have to go through. The reason you're watching this video is because you want to know how much it costs for us as a family of 3 to live here in Thailand. The main thing, the roof over our heads, we can start there, right? Property prices here, and I'm only going off of Krabi because that's where we live, they really vary depending on what it is that you want from a property. So we have a 2-bedroom detached bungalow with a decent sized little garden here, and your price for some, I'm not going to tell you exactly what our rent is, your prices for something similar will range anywhere from around 28,000 at the low level, I would say. You can probably find something cheaper if you want a place that's a bit more rough around the edges, but I would say on average you're looking between 20,000 up to 40,000 baht per month. Our place, we knew that we wanted to pay, we were happy to pay a little bit more for the fact that we don't have any neighbors. So ours is somewhere in the middle of that range.
However, that does not include a swimming pool. We don't have a swimming pool, and the minute you want a house with a swimming pool, the price will go much, much higher.
Yeah, I would say for our house with a pool, you're looking more 40 to 50,000 per month for a house with a pool. That wasn't a priority for us, or it wasn't a priority for our budget.
And we live not far from the beach, so we decided to just, you know, make the effort to go out and spend that extra time.
True. This will also affect the price of the property as well. For example, if you want something that is within a walking distance from the beach, be prepared that you will pay a premium for that. Here we're about a 10-minute drive to our nearest beach, which is perfect. So general house living expenses on top of your rent, then we pay a water fee of 500 baht per month. This is fixed for us. We're not on a meter because the landlord has a well behind the house, which is handy. So 500 baht for water. Electricity depends a lot on how much you use the air conditioning.
We run it quite a lot.
We do run it.
I run it all the time.
We do run it quite a lot. Ina right now is running very hot, being pregnant and everything. So we have 2 AC units running for a good chunk of the day. And our average monthly cost for our electricity is about 2,500 baht per month.
Which is not bad.
I think if you compared that to Europe, that would just, it's night and day difference. We keep on top of our cleaning mostly ourselves, but we do also pay some cleaners to come in twice per month, with which we pay 1,000 baht per month for the cleaners to come in and do their thing. That just helps us to keep on top of the...
And they do a bit of a deep clean. I think this price is actually quite affordable because it's provided by the landlady. I think the cleaning fees are a little bit higher than that.
I don't care. We pay 1,000 baht a month for 2 cleans, and it's like a whole team that come in and deep clean, so which is perfect. The car. Obviously, I'm not going to include the expense of buying a car because that's not a monthly expense. Buying a car here is quite expensive, or more expensive than it would cost you in Europe and places like that. The second-hand car market, the cars really hold their value here, usually because people buy durable, trustworthy cars. Like I've got a Toyota Hilux. I had to buy one with high mileage just so that I could afford it. They tend to last a very long time. But to run that, we get a full tank of diesel roughly once a week to 8-9 days, I would say, and a full tank costs us around 2,200 baht from completely empty to completely full.
And that's just running around Krabi between schools, gyms, and, you know, just general shopping. We're not really exploring.
Yeah.
If we're going out exploring, it's probably another tank, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can call that 8,000 baht per month probably on average that we're spending on fuel.
So the next bit is going to be eating out. We covered obviously the food shopping, but now we don't eat out a lot. We're going to be very honest. Why is everybody out today? Oh, it's Sunday, that's why. Is it the quad bikes? Yeah.
So we have these quad bike tours that come past a few times a day. They're having fun though.
But the funny thing is, Malia laughs all the time. Wow, it's quite a few
Yeah, it's a
today.
big group.
Malia laughs all the time. She says, you know, oh my god,
So,
this is the last one. She says, to them, to us, this is our house.
to them, it's an
And to
adventure.
them, this is an adventure.
We don't really eat out very often. If you're gonna go and eat in a local Thai restaurant, I would say your average price that you're paying is somewhere between 120 to 150 baht per dish.
For us, that comes to about 800 baht, I would say, for like a meal out.
If we go for a meal out and we have drinks and things like that in a Thai restaurant, yeah, you're looking
About 800 baht.
600 to 800 baht in total for
However, it's not the same when you go to the chain restaurants. You know, like we were comparing coffees between Starbucks and the local Amazon cafe, and there's a considerable difference between the two. So, what do you think about the chain restaurants and international kind of foods?
I would say, I'm going to ignore these now and just keep talking. I would say for chain restaurants, you're looking typically around 400, between 400 and 500 baht per dish, probably. So if you went out and had a meal, you're looking at 2,000 baht for a family, including drinks, I think. But again, honestly, we go out maybe once a month.
And I think, again, it depends. We don't usually drink alcohol. We don't order desserts, you know. If you want to go out and have it all, you know, starter, main, dessert, alcohol, I think it's going to come up to about the same as you would anywhere else in the
Yeah.
world. Beauty and self-care for myself, I'd say like
Wait,
anything.
me? 0.
I'd say anything like makeup and beauty product related is going to be the same as anywhere in the world. Obviously, you have some local brands that we don't have, like in the UK. However, I don't typically go for those. I'll just go for brands that I know, and it's the same. So the cost is not going to change. However, the thing that it does change for is when you have like haircuts and, you know, going to a hair salon. So I spend about 700 to 800 baht for a haircut, which is great. Like I have a very simple haircut. I don't dye my hair, dye my own hair. So yeah, that's quite cheap for us. Yeah, but he just has a trimmer.
I buy a new set of clippers every 4 or 5 years. I'm good.
Clothes?
Again,
He doesn't buy.
I don't buy anything.
Again, we're just gonna say all of your typical international brands, they're gonna be the same across board.
Yeah.
If you want local cheap clothes, you can get them, but they're not usually very good quality. Usually they come in really weird sizes. You go home and try it on and it's like, oh, this is not what I wanted. So we don't tend to buy local clothes. And then kids' toys?
Kids' toys, depends where you get them from. Like, for example, today we went to Super Cheap. Not Super Cheap. It was Super Cheap. Super Cheap is the name of a shop, by the way. Mr. DIY. If you're going to buy presents and toys and things from there and their little cheap things, really, really affordable for stuff like that. But if you want the international brands and your actual Barbies and things, I think that kind of stuff, no matter where you are in the world, is going to be a similar price. I don't think that, you know, there's much difference to it. And then finally, if you're a family, probably something you're going to be very interested in is the cost of schooling. And this is probably the most significant cost in our month-to-month lives. It's something that we've always homeschooled Malia before. We came here, one of the reasons we came to Thailand is because they have great international schools, quote unquote affordable in terms of comparatively to some of the rest of the world, but it is a huge expense that we never have had to pay before.
Especially, I think, if you're a family that goes from not paying, you know, like in the UK, to paying, depends how many kids you have as well, you're going to feel it.
Yeah. Here in Krabi, there are 3 international schools that I know of, and the price is different for all of them. Again, I don't want to be too specific because we don't necessarily want to share exactly which school Malia is going to, but all of the schools pretty much will have a deposit that you'll pay, which from what I've seen is typically it's 50,000 baht deposit, which is once you've done your first year, if you leave, you will get that back. So that's a refundable deposit. You then have sign-up fees from anywhere from 20,000 up to 40,000 baht, which is your administration fees and paperwork fees and just your walking through the door fees. So all the schools will vary with their startup costs as well as buying uniform, books and all of that. But the monthly costs is, or the termly costs is the bit where it kind of hurts each time we have to pay it.
I mean, the initial costs are also a little bit, you know, not ideal, but...
Termly fees of the international schools here in Krabi range anywhere from 60,000 up to 100,000 baht per term. With the schools, they have slightly different prices per term. First term is a longer term, so it's always a little bit more than the others. Between 60 and 100,000 baht per term. That's for basically 3 months, and you have your 3 terms throughout the year. So you can break that down as, I'll let you break that down yourselves as a monthly cost. But that's probably the most painful part of what we're doing right now, because it's something we've never had to pay before. If there is anything that you can think of that we might have missed, because we don't live in the real world.
Or that is personal to you.
Yeah, you might have monthly expenses that we don't have and vice versa. So let us know in the comments down below if there's something that we have missed. We answer every single comment, by the way. So we will give you our honest answer on that one. So hopefully that was useful to you guys. You saw a little bit of a day in the life from us, as well as a month in the life of our bank accounts, I guess.
Not everything.
No, not everything, but hopefully this was useful to you guys. As always, we appreciate the fact that you watched. If you're watching this for the first time, by the way, and you want to see a little bit more insight into daily life as a family of 3, soon to be a family of 4, living the dream essentially in Thailand, or what a lot of people would think is the dream, then please subscribe to our channel, join our community, and get involved. Like, we love to have new people on board, and if this is something that you take value from, we would love to have you here.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram for actual real-time updates.
True.
Because YouTube is a little bit always behind.
You'll be seeing this about a month after we filmed it.
On Instagram, we post stories from the real live location, where the feed is a little bit different. Sometimes we like to mix it up. I might post some Christmas content.
Speaking of Christmas, right now Ina is going to go inside and make cookies with Malia, some Christmas cookies, and get festive because it's coming up to Christmas. By the time you're watching this, Christmas, it may be like exactly Christmas, in which case Merry Christmas. Christmas might have passed, in which case Happy New Year. Or maybe if we've gotten a bit behind with editing, it might be Happy Easter. But anyway guys, thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you on another fun-filled adventure with Where Next Family.
Bye.